Test. Audio. Hello, hello. Hello. So let's wait for a few people to join the stream, and then yeah, let's talk about trading, especially maybe today's trading day, because it started off quite well, and then everything went went down because it was looking a lot better before, but now yeah, with the latest, or especially with the previous news event at I think 2:30 or something, yeah, it kind of destroyed the whole trading for today. Like, there were a lot of things that did not really go well today, but yeah, I mean, these things, they also happen, right? So it's not a lot you can do about it, I guess. And yeah, so we do see the first people in the chat already. Hello, hello, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, good to see you. Where are you located? Currently in Budapest, in Hungary. But yeah, I was traveling a lot lately. Hello, hello to everyone who just joined. So yeah, I don't know, today is a little bit messed up trading day, because if we have a look at the calendar, there were quite a few news events. First one we saw, or the first one that really had an impact here, was 10:30, which had a, yeah, actually very negative impact on the count, because we can see here it created this huge gap because of slippage. So the EA placed the order here at the upper side of the range, but then yeah, there was the news event at the exact same time. So yeah, spread got bigger, the price jumped, and yeah, the execution happened up here, which is like, you should not underestimate this. This is like really, really bad, because the loss of this trade and also the exit was also with some slippage because of another news event. So the loss of this trade was way too high. It was a 412 here, and it should be limited to 250. But yeah, I mean, that's how stop orders work, right? You are just not guaranteed to get the execution that you want, and sometimes you just get yeah, punished. I don't know, just get a very bad execution, and then you lose a lot more than you would have wanted to lose. So that's really bad. But yeah, unfortunately, in the other charts so far, no slippage, and USD Japanese yen is now doing a little bit better before, a lot of up and down today, also of course because of news events. And here we also saw like a huge gap between these two candles because of the same news event, or because of the like 3:30 news event. So this was also a really huge gap actually, but yeah, luckily it did not affect the trade, because the trade was open and in profit at this point. And yeah, for gold also we do see some, or we've seen some like gaps because of the increased volatility, or the decreased liquidity, I would say, during news events. So yeah, that's also happened in gold, but also not really. It didn't really have a negative impact on the trade, because the trade was open, so that was not a problem here. So yeah, and then we do see more trades, like the usual go long trades, and then also short trades in D40 and US30 from the range breakout EA, both yeah, not really doing well. So yeah, trading day so far is a little bit like so kind of mixed. started strong and then will probably end weak. That's not the best order. So yeah, let me have a look at the chat. There are some comments and questions already. I always appreciate it if you're active, if you're asking. That's what the live streams are for, because if there are no questions, I will have a hard time to say anything here, because the trading is quickly discussed and then it's not like so exciting anymore, I would say. So let's focus on some of your questions. So there's a question from Steven. What's your thoughts on Claude Code being able to build EAs and indicators in about 1 or 2 hours, debugging included? I don't know. I never really used Claude lately, but I know that it's good for some like web development and stuff. And if it's good for MT5 now also, that would be great. But I mean, 1 to 2 hours, just to put this into perspective, it's not like a really quick development time. So if you have a seasoned programmer or someone who wrote some code in MT5 already, it's not a big problem to create EAs in 1 or 2 hours. Like most EAs I could create in a lot less time. So this is not like super impressive at this point, but yeah, I assume it will get better and better. So in a few months or years, I definitely expect AI to play a bigger role also for expert advisor coding. Watching from South Africa. Nice, good to see you in the stream, and greetings to South Africa. Still haven't visited South Africa, but I definitely need to go. Hello to everyone who just joined. Asher is saying, I'm a spiritual research writer and financial institutional trainer for last 16 years. Okay, interesting statement. How does it look like? So you train traders, or how can I understand it? Oh yeah, sounds nice. I have a question. I want to try out your EAs and make an account with your link to IC Markets. Do I have to use my live money to test it out? No, you can also test it in a demo if you want. Or you can also use the free version for the tester on my MQ5 profile. You have all the options and all the freedom. Do whatever you want. Like, you can also test it without using your own money first. Then there's a question from Christian. I don't know what country you're from. How many time do you wait to have the login and password from Strato? Oh, I don't know. Last time I bought or rented a new package or VPS is a very long time ago. So I think it did not take really long. Maximum like 1 or 2 working days, I think. But yeah, don't really remember, to be honest. Are your algorithms completely plug and play? It depends, like how you define plug and play. Like, I mean, you just activate them and they trade. So yeah, you could say it's plug and play, but I do not recommend any settings. So it's definitely recommended that you do some tests before you use the EAs. And also, I would say it's a very stupid idea or behavior to just take some program from some random guy in the internet and use it for your own money. So you should definitely do some research and tests before you really use it in your account. Do you have any idea of filtering equity curve? Oh, actually, I don't even understand the question. I don't know what you mean by that. Winter's asking, how's your real account drawdown? I don't know right now, but I can look it up for you if you're interested. So this is, I mean, this does not include the trades from the current months, I think. So it's just until the beginning of August. But yeah, biggest drawdown was still, I think, this one, which was 22,000 euro in this account, which is good. It's not too bad, actually. maybe it was a little bit higher because here we only have a look at the balance, not the equity. So maybe, I don't know, make it 25,000. So which, I mean, yeah, it's kind of, it's not a small drawdown, like calculated on the base or the seed funding in this account, it would be close to a 50% drawdown. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the risk you take if you want to have exponentially high returns. I want to stress test and optimize. Yeah, you can test all of the EAs also in demo accounts, like whatever you prefer. You can just just apply for the license and you can use it. Okay, I reached the end of the chat already, so was quick with the questions today. Is it possible to start trading with EA for someone like me with no background in coding? Yeah, it is possible. I do not recommend it, but in the end, you can do what you think is good for you. But yeah, just to be a user or to use EAs for automated trading, you don't need to code them. You can just download them in the internet or purchase them from someone. But yeah, I would recommend, if you ask me for my opinion, I would recommend to have a look at coding and learn coding if you want to be an automated trader, because everything else is just, yeah, in my opinion, like not professional, just lazy. Because then, I don't know, if you just want to use EAs from someone in the internet, because it's in the end, it's a black box for you if you don't know how to code. So you really need to have a lot of trust in this person. And I would not recommend to trust anyone in the internet when it comes to trading, because most of the people are just lying and scamming. So yeah, just be careful. I mean, you look at the equity all of the time, you see equity starting downtrend, you pause your real trading. I don't know if it's a good idea, actually. Like, I'm not a big fan of this kind of like equity trading or equity like timing. I don't know if it's even logical. I don't think so, to be honest. Yeah. It's nice that you have a portfolio style of trading instead of one asset or two. Yeah, it's definitely good. And like my experience, and also what I've shown here on YouTube the last year, it definitely shows that it made sense here to use this kind of portfolio, because even though most of the EAs or charts are profitable, there are charts like GPUS dollar, for example, which is like very negative still. And also today the trade was like super bad. So here it's it's really good right now that I do have this portfolio with different charts. How to get the long history data to backtest it. With FTMO, I have only 3 years of 1 minute charts. You can use external data, for example, from the Quant Data Manager. Let me send you a link. And then you can use, for example, Dukascopy data. They provide long-term tick data for most of the symbols in MetaTrader. And this video that I just posted in the chat, it will explain exactly what you need to do if you want to get the data and how to implement them into your MetaTrader 5. Can you show us last 5 years US 100 or US tech backtesting history? No, I cannot. Also, I did not really test it a lot, so I don't even know which settings could work. But you can just do it yourself. I mean, just as I said before, you can use all of my programs for free, especially in the tester, so just test it yourself. Like, it's not that hard. And as I said, I just don't have any results I could show in the tester because I don't use it in US 100 or US Tech, and I haven't done a lot of testing lately, especially in this index, so I cannot show you anything. What is a list of assets you highly recommend for the Breakout EA? I don't recommend anything. I recommend to use your own brain and test and think about what could be good. And if you're interested in what I personally trade, then you can find everything on my channel. It's like 100% transparent. So if you're asking about the symbols that I trade with Range Breakout EA, I currently trade USD Japanese yen, GBP US dollar, Euro US dollar, gold, US 30 and D40. But out of these charts, D40 and US 30 are negative in this account right now, and also GBP US dollar is negative in most of my accounts right now. Hey, do you think with your method of buying challenges until max allocation that it's possible to take unlimited money from prop firm? Theoretically, if you make profits trading, you could get a lot of money, but I do not believe that it would happen because I think prop firms would ban you at some point because you cannot take unlimited amount of money from them because the business model works in a way that if you profit from the trading and the challenges and the funded accounts, then they will have to give you the payout from their own money. So you can, of course, not get unlimited money from them because they do not have unlimited money, or it would just not be a profitable business case for them anymore. So they just cannot pay you unlimited money. Just curious, does the market always work alongside one EA setup, or do you change your strategy every day after a certain loss or bad trading days? Yeah, that's a tough question. I cannot really provide a good answer for this because I personally also do not really know when I should adjust or change the settings in for my expert advisors. It's one of the tough questions that you deal with when you trade automatically with expert advisors. So I just don't really change the settings a lot. But yeah, theoretically you can use the same settings for multiple years, for 10 years or so, and and just see how it goes. But don't expect that every year will be profitable, for example. Then Ashid, please don't spam in the chat. It's like super annoying. Which VPS do you use? I just use a normal Windows VPS from Strato, which is a German hosting provider. So just a normal VPS. It's you can connect with your remote desktop connection and then just use the MetaTrader on this VPS. What is range time you use for indices, like start time and close time? Yeah, for that you should make sure to check out the video in which I explained all of my settings already. You will find it linked in the description of this stream. Hi René, hello. Good to see you in the stream. Do you have other professional activities outside of trading? Trading is not a profession of mine. Trading is a hobby, and I do not trade to make money out of it. I mean, I do, of course, want to make money with it, but mostly my profession is selling programming courses, being an entertainer on YouTube, selling software like automated trading programs, promoting brokers. So that's my profession, I would say. You could say also content creator, but trading is not my profession. It's at best it's a hobby, I would say, but it's not what pays my bills. Are you using these EAs on prop firms? Yes, I do. We can also talk about this, of course, here. If we have a look at my some of my accounts here, unfortunately today is like a very messed up day for most of my accounts, I think, like here already 1,000 euro loss because of gold. And in this account, we are also down now 60 euro. And this in the meantime was also up like 400 or 500 euro today. But it's just very, yeah, all of these news events pushing the markets in the opposite direction every few hours is not good for my strategies. It's really bad actually for my strategies. So yeah, and overall, I mean, I do use the same programs in my FTMO accounts with slightly different settings, and I got a lot of payouts already, as I also explained on the channel. But today is, yeah, it's, I don't know. It's still not like a bad trading day, I cannot say that, but it was looking a lot better before, like 2 or 3 hours ago, and now the news kind of messed it up a little bit, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, still, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. That's trading, right? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes it's a break even. So there are only these options. Yeah, now again, like, I don't know. Gold is going up again. Like, it's a lot of up and down, which is it's just not good for my strategies. What is your long-term vision with prop firm investment, and what would you do with a certain amount of profit withdrawn from prop firm like FTMO? My long-term vision is just, I mean, right now I just trade with FTMO. I'm happy with them so far. They always process my payouts. They are responding to my request. They are treating me well. So I'm happy with that. I just want to get as much money as possible out of them for a long period of time. And that's my plan. But currently I'm not really looking for other prop firms. I don't know. I don't want to be too much invested because I don't know if I can fully trust the prop firm industry. But yeah, if I can get money out of it, would be nice. And yeah, what would I do with the money that I withdraw from prop firms? I would just put it, to the rest of my money in my bank account and my investment accounts. So that's basically it. If a strategy has historically performed well but continues to perform in a live account for a period of time, do you adjust the parameters? Because these parameters are based on historical data. I do not really adjust my parameters a lot. Usually I just use the same parameters for multiple years. And if something's going really bad or wrong, then I think about it and do some more tests and maybe adjust the parameters. But it happens really rarely because it's a tough decision to change the parameters. And the backtests have also shown that it's completely normal for my strategies that they can also be negative for a long period of time, even years. So it's hard to decide when you should change the inputs for your programs, which may be a long period of historical data. It seems impossible to adjust them to suit the current market conditions. Yeah, that's tough. That's as I said, I cannot really answer this, but usually when I test my strategies, I try to test like 10 years, and then at least I do have like a kind of long period of time where the strategy would have worked. And if it then stops working in the future, I mean, that's bad luck, but you cannot really do more than tests for a lot of years. Do you have a video about stock trading? I see you trade an FTMO account, Microsoft, Tesla. Yeah, you can just check out the videos on my channel. You will find a bunch of videos where I talk about this exact account and where I explain like what I do here, how I traded this account in the challenge and verification phase with FTMO. So I documented all of this on my channel, like exactly what I did. So just watch the video if you're interested in this. Then, hello Rene, I need a video from you about how to download a symbol from Dukascopy and transfer it to MetaTrader 4 platform. Yeah, I will not make a video like this because I don't use MetaTrader 4 anymore, and I will never go back to MetaTrader 4, I think, so I will not make any videos about MetaTrader 4 anymore. I'm sorry. But I don't know, why don't you just change to MetaTrader 5 like it would be recommended, I think, because MetaTrader 4 is not getting any like automated updates anymore, and it's getting abandoned more and more by people, so I don't know if there's a good reason to use MetaTrader 4 at this point. Short Circuit is asking, so if I request it to a broker account, I use the demo master account, or how can I use this on prop? Like if you want to use my partner broker like agreement or offer that I have, then please do not use a trade copier, because then you just exploit my free service, which would be, yeah, it would just not be nice to me. And if you want to use it with prop firms, you can also just purchase the programs on MT5, and then you have a version that you can use with any broker. You will find the links all in the description of this stream. How long on average did you pass challenges? It depends. In my low risk accounts, it took me on average maybe, I don't know, half a year or 1 year to pass challenge and verification. Maybe on average 1 year. But in my high risk accounts, it took me on average maybe 2 months, I would say 3 months. But I was also lucky lately with the challenges that I passed in my high risk accounts. Just change to MT5, it's best for now. Yeah, definitely, just change to MT5. That's also what I would say. It's a better platform at this point, I think. And also it will be supported in the future, so yeah, it's not really, there are not many reasons to use the MT4 at this point. Also, USD Japanese yen is looking quite well. Would be nice if we see a very strong day today. But yeah, let's see. Hopefully we can break above this high and make some more moves here, some more profits. That would be really strong, especially because of this very bad GPUS dollar trade here with the slippage at the entry and the exit. That's really like one of the worst trades, yeah, in the account so far, I think, just because of the bad luck with the execution. What parameters do you focus on and why? I'm trying to do more optimization. I mean, it depends on the expert advisor, of course. Like for my range breakout EA, I mainly focus on the range times. And then, yeah, I played around with the stop a little bit, but yeah. And it always depends on the strategy you want to optimize and test. So just use your brain and think about what parameters makes most sense. Like really, it's the best advice I can give you. Just try to, yeah, use your brain and be a reasonable trader or person. Why are you still trading GU? Okay, that's right into the open wound. I don't know, actually. I mean, yeah, I mean, there are a lot of losses, but still, 10-year backtest is profitable, and right now the drawdown is just 1.5 years. So I don't know if this is already, if it already means that the strategy cannot be profitable anymore. I don't know. It's a tough question to answer. I don't really have a good answer for this. At this point, I kind of just hope that it recovers, and I'm happy that the portfolio that I trade here is carrying the GPUS dollar losses. But yeah, I mean, of course, if you would, yeah, if I could go back in time, then of course I would not use GPUS dollar in the last 1.5 years because it was just not profitable. But you never know until you use it. So that's the risk that we take if we trade. And there's no way around this. Like, you will always have losses if you trade, and if you cannot take losses, then yeah, you're not good for trading. Do you think it's worth buying low value accounts, 10 to 20Ks, and high risk, or high value accounts and low risk? Depends on your personal financial situation and your goals. If you cannot afford to buy like 10 or 20, 100 or 200K accounts, then it's maybe better to go with low value accounts. But yeah, I think most important is that you just trade. Yeah, that you just don't gamble. And yeah, just find a way that works for you, like with prop firms. I also experimented a lot, and right now I'm very happy. I'm on a good path, I would say. But yeah, for this question, I would need to know more about your personal financial situation and your like trading experience, if you are even profitable long term, stuff like that. or if you have been profitable in the past. What length of time in drawdown and stagnation is acceptable for you? I don't know, like 1 or 2 years maybe of stagnation would be okay. 2 years of drawdown would be mentally challenging, definitely. I mean, stagnation, I don't really have a big problem, I would say, because stagnation is not really a problem. You don't lose anything, or not a lot. But yeah, 2 years of drawdown would be tough mentally, definitely. I'm happy that it never happened until this point, but yeah, that would be challenging. I think the longest drawdown that I had was close to 1 year. Not in this account, but in another account. And yeah, I mean, that can happen, of course. What software do you use to record? Right now, I mean, to stream, I use OBS, Open Broadcasting Software or something. It can stream directly to YouTube, so that's what I would recommend if you want to stream. That's what I use for all of my streams. And yeah, good push here in UJ. Unfortunately, gold came back a little bit. And yeah, also, unfortunately, the indices went up again, which is... I would have liked to see negative indices today because I have 2 range breakout trades, short trades open. So if the indices go up, that's not really good for me or for the account in general. So yeah, after all, not the very best trading day, but also not a super dramatic trading day. Do you base your strategies market segment? What do you base your strategies market segment like risk on or off? I don't really understand the question. I'm sorry. Maybe you can explain. Do you use some scalping strategy? No, I don't use any scalping strategies right now. I'm building range breakout EA, very similar to the UTB of prosperity algos. It's working good, but I almost always end up at a break even. So just trying to figure out what ones to edit, experimenting a lot. Yeah, just experiment a lot. That's what will create some results in the end. Yusuf is asking in German, hey, do you know what I realized? Ich muss mir Geduld mehr holen. Okay, yeah, Yusuf has a high heart rate if his positions are negative. Yeah, that's not good. It cannot be healthy in the long run. So yeah, maybe you should be more relaxed when trading. Maybe take a little bit less risk. Average Joe is asking, have you ever considered using ML in VS Code for trading in MT5? What's ML? Is it machine learning? Never really considered it. Like, first of all, I don't really know a lot about machine learning, not very educated in this field, and also I don't really see the benefit it should have for my trading at this point. I mean, maybe you, of course, probably you can use it in some way, but I'm just not an expert, and yeah, so I did not... I tried like 1 or 2 EAs that use machine learning, but it never really was good in the end, so I stopped following this idea. Why did you mention time effects that a lot in range-based EA? I mean, I was talking about my range breakout EA, and my range breakout EA is basically only based on times. So yeah, that's why the times in my inputs really affect the outcome, the performance of my range breakout EA. Shit. What's your general overview when backtesting? What inputs do you classify as important? Yeah, I answered this before already. Like, it depends on the program that you are testing. Like, for example, for the range breakout EA, of course, the range times are super important. Also, I did some experiments with the frequency of the trades during the day. Also, I tested the stop loss. like just think about like what are the deciding factors for your personal program that you want to test, and then it's easy for you to decide what optimization parameters you want to optimize. Albert is on YouTube and he's asking, hi Rene, maybe you answered this already, I just missed. Have you ever considered competing in the world trading competition? I did not ask this. I considered it, but I mean, I thought about it, but to be honest, for me, the process is just too much effort. And then in the end, for this world trading competition, you just need to gamble a lot to be in the top ranks, I think, because otherwise it's hard to really make a lot of profit in a given period of time. And that's not really what I like and what I want to promote, because I personally believe that you cannot really predict the performance of your programs effectively in a short period of time, like 1 year, for example. Or at least I'm not able to say that my programs will be or will generate profit in the next years or year. If you use conservative risk in 1 year to pass challenge, what's the maximum drawdown you ever had? I don't know. I also failed a lot of challenges. So the drawdown was above 10%. But yeah, and in this account, for example, the maximum drawdown calculated on the seed funding in this account, like 50K, was around 50% or close to 50%, which is actually, yes, quite a lot if I think about it. Thailand Game für Ladyboy-Massage mit Happy End, na, aber wirklich, ich chille jetzt 2 Wochen ohne Handy. Yeah, that's good. I think, mach das, Yusuf. Ich glaube, Abstinenz vom Handy kann gut sein eine Zeit lang. King Ike is asking, do you have a normal 9 to 5 you do as well, or is it just this? No, it's just this. Like, I don't have a regular job. I'm just self-employed, selling programming courses, broker partnerships, making content for YouTube. That's my job pretty much. So it's quite good. I mean, I have a lot of free time, can do a lot of other stuff if I want. I don't have to work too hard, which is good. Hi Rene, does your EA breach FTMO daily trading laws sometimes? Not really. I think I never breached this rule. World competition is really gambling with a lot of luck. Yeah, I think so. I mean, if you want to make 100% in 1 year, it's of course gambling, or at least super high risk. Main is asking, I forward tested an EA I coded on an IC Markets demo account for 1 month. Is the performance on the demo account similar to real account? Depends on the strategy, maybe, but from my experience, yes. I would say it's similar. But for my strategies, it has always been very similar. Doesn't make a lot of difference if I trade like live account, demo account, prop firm account. In all of these account types, you can see slippage and bad execution. So yeah, for me, I think it's similar. From where you learned this algo making scripts? From YouTube. I watched YouTube tutorials and I learned a lot by myself. Just reading forum entries or threads and the MT5 documentation. It's really not, it's possible for everyone to learn it. It's relatively easy compared to other like coding related fields. It's a scalping strategy with trailing stop loss. Yeah, with scalping strategies, I would be careful. Like here, I would definitely test it in a small live trading account first, because here it can actually make a difference, because scalping strategies are super affected by slippage. So here you can see a lot worse performances in live accounts compared to testing and demo performances. Tapelo Prince is asking, hi Rene, just want to say I'm using one of your free EAs and I'm seeing good results. Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. I trade manual alongside with it as I know it's weak point. Just want to say I will tag you when I hit 1 million. Yeah, that would be great. Would make me happy if you can make a lot of money with trading. But still, always be careful because yeah, I mean, for sure, lately my EAs are performing very good. But as I always say, it's like also a very favorable market period for my EAs. So do not expect it to be like this always. What's your strategy in gold in algo, if you don't mind to tell us? Like here, it's a range breakout EA. You can see it in the chart. If you want to learn more about the strategy, make sure to check out the videos on my channel. I explained it in detail. Yusuf is going to the gym. Okay. Enjoy the session and yeah, all the best for you as well. So yeah, what can we see here? What can we do? I mean, not a lot. Like there's 25 minutes left until the trades in UJ and GU will be closed. Hopefully UJ can stay at this high level because it would be really, really good to see this nice profit. It's like a 2x on the risk that I take here, which would be super good because as I showed before, like the trade in GPUS dollar just lost like 1.5 times what as much as it should have lost according to the stop loss. So just really bad execution for the entry and the exit. Super bad luck today. Yeah. Tom is asking, can you limit your drawdown while with code inside the MT5? I mean, how do you mean this? You cannot prevent a drawdown. You cannot like code something that will only make profits. But you could say, for example, if the drawdown is 5%, you stop trading. That's what you can do, of course. So you can stop trading or use some kind of money management algorithm to lower risk, for example, if you're in a drawdown. But you, of course, cannot prevent a drawdown from happening. That's not what coding can do. That depends on your strategy, the markets, and all of this. Golden VO is asking of writing, Rene really so transparent. He told everything in his YouTube. Yeah, that's true. I agree. I'm trying to be quite transparent. So yeah, you can see everything on YouTube. If I generally trade on the price action, how can I learn and start and test my strategy? Price action strategies are not easy to code because they're usually very dependent on a human trader and the interpretation from a human trader. So that's not super easy, but you can still watch some programming tutorials on my channel, for example, or purchase my programming course, which I can recommend, by the way. I will post you the link in the chat 3 times. So you can buy my course and learn as fast as possible. So why do some fail the challenge? I assume you are talking about prop firm challenges. I don't know why people fail the challenge. I mean, it's not that easy to pass the challenge. I also failed a lot more challenges than I passed. But I never failed, I think, because of the 5% rule. Because here I just coded into my programs that after losing 4.x%, 4.5 for example, I stopped trading for the day. But still, of course, like coding cannot prevent drawdowns, as I said, so you will still need to stay inside of this 10% drawdown channel. in this course you will teach us live, or is it recorded? It's recorded. It's just a online course, because in my opinion that makes sense if you want to learn how to code, so everyone can learn in his own speed or pace. So and that's also how I learned every coding language that I learned, just with online courses, and it's great for learning how to code. So I think a one-on-one or live session does not provide any more value in this regard. How many FTMO challenges are you currently running with EAs? I run all of my FTMO challenges with EAs, of course. So I can show you again. Like, I mean, I trade the maximum that I can trade. Like you can see here, it's I do have 3 active FTMO accounts. Like, and in total, this is 225,000 euro in funding, which is the maximum. So I cannot trade more. And then I do have 1 verification account that I, of course, also trade with EAs. But this one, even if I pass it at this point, I will not get another FTMO account because, I just reached the maximum. And, that's just how that works. Yeah. So 20 minutes until the trades will be closed. Like GU and UJ. Starty Rating is asking, will you provide the scripts too in this course? I'll just go to the website that I linked above, and you can watch the videos on the website, and you will see exactly what you learn in the course. Like, I'm not just telling you will learn something. You will know exactly before you purchase what you will learn. So you cannot be like disappointed or something. It's not the typical trading guru course. So what you will see on the webpage, like the content that you will learn, you will actually learn it. So you will get access to a lot of expert advisors. For example, like you will learn how to code the range breakout EA and a bunch of other EAs. But the main focus of the programming course is to really teach you how to write in MetaTrader 5 code so you can create your own strategies. Super, super valuable if you want to be an automated or algo trader. I built range breakout by using ChatGPT. It was not bad. It was not had. I was not had any experience of coding. Now I have fully range breakout strategy that I use for C-Trade. I run algo, cloud. I do backtests for different pairs. Okay, how is that working? Is it also protecting you if your MetaTrader crashes, etc., or is it not doing that? But yeah, it's good that AI is getting better for MetaTrader programming, because like a couple of months ago it was not really useful still for MetaTrader coding. Hi all. Hello. Good to see you here. US 30 also came down a bit again, which is good. I like that. How you control this spreads? Do you mean spreads with algo? How do you mean control the spreads? You cannot control the spreads. The broker makes the spreads. Because the broker is the market maker, you cannot control it. You can just like read the spreads, like the current spread, and then react to it, but you cannot control it. That's unfortunately not how trading works. Would be nice, but it's not how it works. Mm. So yeah, that's good. USD Japanese yens going up. GPU dollars going down, which is also good. Not for this account, but in other accounts, I think here maybe. No, also not in this one. Here maybe. No, also not in this one. But yeah, I swear I do have accounts where it's good that GPU dollars going down now. Just not in these accounts. Oh yeah, that's good. And also gold is coming back down, which is also good. So yeah, last few minutes were good. Very good for the accounts. We just need to wait like 14 more minutes and then currency trades will be closed. Finally, that's good. Hope it can stay at these levels. So let me check the questions. Does in MT5 backtester spread follow the history or something? Yeah, it depends on the data that you have. For example, I use tick data from like Dukascopy, and it has the tick prices, so you see the spread. I don't know how super realistic it is, but from my experience, the tests are kind of good if you don't use like super sensitive scalping strategies. Did you use news filter for FTMO? No, I don't use news filters. I use swing trading accounts for FTMO, so I don't have to deal with the news. Now I want to add my strategy equity curve filter. I knew backtesting some months, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I want to pause that period. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, as I said, I'm not a big fan of like trading your equity curve. I mean, you can do it easily. Just track your equity curve. You can use account info double for this and get the account equity. And then you can just track your equity and create a filter for this. But yeah, I mean, if you want. Start T rating, like for e.g. the scripts you added, like say buy if MA cross and price never gone there, but entry what spreads? Oh yeah. You can add a spread filter if that helps you. Like before you open the position, you can check how big the spread is. I don't know if it makes sense. Like I never use something like this because I don't. Maybe it makes sense, but I don't know. I mean, today maybe, yeah, today it would have been good actually to use a spread filter, but yeah, I don't know. Main, what do you think of using AI APIs to trade? Is it becoming more popular nowadays? I have absolutely no idea because I'm not really into AI, but I assume it is getting more popular because everything that has to do with AI is getting more popular lately. Trader Rentable is saying or asking, hi Rene, I see some hedging trades, US 30, Germany 40, same bot or different? It's a different bot. We see, for example, the go long strategy in D40 and in US 30, and we can also see the range breakout EA in both of these charts. So different bots. Did you have max drawdown threshold for your trading portfolio? What do you mean with threshold? I mean, I kind of know the maximum drawdown historically because I did the back tests, but I don't know really what you mean with the, like, if I have a max drawdown threshold. Like, do you mean when I would stop trading? No, I don't have this. I basically risk my whole account because otherwise I think everything else doesn't really make sense, because then you just would not have to have the money in your account if you don't want to use it completely. Tom is asking, every time I test a strategy for the past, the profit runs down. That's bad. Like 2015 to 2020 it looks good, and 2020 to 2025 it drops. Yeah, also happened to me very, very often. It's normal. Then you just need to do more tests and development and everything. It's not that easy. So yeah, it's a very exhausting process to create strategies. GBP is always underperforming. Yeah, it is, unfortunately. Then T-Rex Star T Rating is asking again, like, I am visiting your channel first time. Can you tell me in 1 or 2 minutes, like, when you started trading and how you got into algo trading, just for knowledge, brother? I got into trading around 2015. I tried to trade manually in the beginning. It didn't work. Then I found out that you can trade automated, so I learned how to code, and then it worked. And then I was starting to generate profits from trading. But yeah, as I said before already, I don't live off of trading profits. So I'm not a trader, not a full-time trader, if you want to say so. I'm a hobby trader who is currently extremely profitable, but I make my money from selling services, courses, and broker partnerships. So that's what I do also for the last almost 8 years now, like having this business all around trading and automated trading. Do you think PineScript is good for algo trading? I have no idea. Never used PineScript. I think it's for, is it for TradingView? But yeah, I never used it, so I cannot say anything about it. Thanks, brother, for the information provided. You're welcome. Thanks for joining the stream today. So there are 8 minutes left for USD Japanese yen and GBP US dollar. Still looking okay-ish. Would be good to end the day here at these levels. Would also not be sad if there are some more profits, but yeah, just please don't run back here. So do you use the same strategy script in every currency and gold? No, I don't. As you can see here, I use different strategies. Also make sure to read the video description of this stream, and you will find a lot more information about the strategies I use and the different charts. Everything is explained in the video description of this stream. Main is asking, any luck with mean reversion strategies? Not really. Never used the mean reversion strategy for a long time in an actual account. So, and also in Tesla, I never really found anything that looked promising, so I never really used it. So now we do have around 6 minutes left for the currency trades. And yeah, I mean, that's for today then, I guess. What do we have here? Oh, same trades, USD Japanese yen, gold, US 30. Good. So far, so good. Come on, currencies. Some more profits. Like last 5 minutes are important. Trader Rentable is asking, what's this name, by the way? Can I rent you, or what does it mean? Maybe I would like to rent you for a day or two. But yeah, you say, I used my Excel template to analyze many signals from MT5, and I found out that many providers use risky strategies. What do you think? Yeah, that's a nice thing you found out, and that's indeed true. Like many sellers on MQL5 are just selling high-risk martingale or grid strategies, which is good for creating sales. But in my opinion, it's not good for your karma long term, because many people will not understand how these strategies work, and they are just not educated enough to understand it, and they will probably lose money in the long term. That's what I don't really like. But yeah, that's unfortunately how the MetaTrader 5 MQL5 market works, and yeah, I just have to accept it. LZ FX trading. Sometimes the last 10 to 5 minutes to the close can change the profits a lot. Yeah, that's true. So let's hope that today it does not happen in a negative way. Maybe, I mean, more profits are always appreciated, but let's just hope that it does not generate losses now in the last 5 minutes. StarTrex is asking, turnaround Tuesday, EA magic number 789. What this you trade only Tuesday? Yeah, I trade this. Actually, the trade is opened on Monday and closed on Tuesday. But yeah, it's a very popular strategy. You can also find video about it on my channel, or you can also just Google it. It's not my strategy. It's a very popular strategy. Everyone knows about it, basically. El Sensei is saying, hi Rene, are you currently using NSL, the opposite high or low of range for FTMO, or just 1% of price? It depends. In some charts I use the SL at the other side of the range. In some charts I use a 1% SL. In different accounts I use different settings. So I'm just experimenting a lot, like using different settings in different accounts, because I don't want to have too much of a risk, like bound to one specific set of inputs. So I'm just trying to diversify, not only in every single account, but also between the multiple accounts that I do trade. Hope Trump does not tweet. Yeah, let's hope for that. And if he tweets, then hopefully it will be something that is seen as positive by the majority of traders. In which currency you use the Tuesday one strategy? Turnaround Tuesday I use in indices only, like US Tech, DE40 and US 30. But as I said, watch the video on my channel if you're interested. I explained everything in full detail. So yeah, only like 2 minutes left now for the range breakout in USD Japanese yen and GBP dollar. Yeah, 2 minutes, last 2 minutes, and then the trades will be closed. And then I think I will also end the stream shortly afterwards. Maybe we can go through the FTMO counts to see where the trades were closed also in my FTMO counts, because in some accounts I also trade or closed at 6 p.m. Not all of them, but some of them. And yeah, but also I don't know if I want to talk about my FTMO settings so much. Still a little bit afraid that FTMO decides to ban me at some point for whatever reason. Trying to prevent that. So USD Japanese yen is looking strong. So let's hope. Yeah, let's just hope it doesn't change in the last minute now. Looking good so far. Like sometimes I really have a lot of luck with the exits. Like for example, yesterday, look at this beautiful exit yesterday at 6 p.m. It was like almost the perfect exit yesterday, because after this time then the market completely reversed. So yeah, this just shows like sometimes you are the dog and sometimes you are the tree. That's what we can say here. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So let's hope that we are the dog today, not the tree. Oh, by the way, last 20 seconds now, looking good, looking strong for USD Japanese yen. Would be a good trade. So let me look at the chat also. How long does it take you to build this portfolio of EAs? I don't know. I developed like different strategies, like, I don't know. Like it was a process over a bunch of years. But if I would just have to code the strategies, of course, I could do it in like a couple of hours. Main, don't talk about it, then they can deny payouts for copy trading. Yeah, maybe let's not talk about FTMO too much. But yeah, in this account, we can now finally say that the USD Japanese yen trade was very good. In fact, it created more than 2 times the risk and a lot more than the loss in GBP dollar, which is great. So overall, so far, the realized profit in this account is positive. And yeah, still, I mean, there are a lot of trades still open here, so we'll need to see how that goes for the rest of the day. But yeah, I think for now, that's it for the stream. You will still be able, of course, to watch the stream here in the other live stream is still active, where I do not comment, where I do not make the live commentary, but you can still watch the trades. And yeah, thanks for spending some time with me and asking some questions. I always appreciate it. So yeah, thanks for being here, and have a very good night or good day or good morning wherever you live, and see you next time.